Alright, this is the game Persistence, and I have already started a playthrough. We're gonna do a follow-up on the game. The game is set up so where it doesn't matter if I start from where I left off or start a new game. It'll basically be the same. The game format is set up. So, just to explain, when you come out of this transporter right here, or this fabricator, you come out here, it'll tell you to open the hatch, and this is your view. A black hole. And it is sucking up these asteroids. I don't know if it's the asteroid or if this, what you're on, is part of an asteroid, and that's just debris coming from it being drawn through the black hole. So, what you need to do is you need to follow the onboard system's directions, Serena, and she'll tell you that you need to get the ship back up and running to get away from this fucking death trap. So, first of all, this is the schematics for your suit, your harvester main weapon, your force field, your teleportation gadget, and your super sense. And I'll show you all of those right now. So, when you start out with a basic suit, which is none of these. It just is a normal thing. It just gives you the basics that you need. So, pressing triangle, I'm playing on PlayStation, so you press triangle, this is your super sense. And when you start, it only is up for a second. This is up for a couple. And it'll show you enemies through walls and their movement and their direction they're facing. So, that was really helpful, and the little gauge at the bottom, the lightning bolt, that is your gauge. You start out at 100, your health starts out at 100, and the little glove is your dark matter shield, which is this, and that's the L2 button for me. And that is gonna be your shield, and it only is for a second. I'm holding it, and it just goes. So when an enemy comes up to you and he's about to hit you, press this, and it'll deflect them. If you hit them in the perfect timing, they will turn around, and you can use this harvester weapon by pressing square, and it'll suck the stem cells out of their neck. And stem cells are your currency for your character upgrade. Now, this over here is for your suits and other fabrications that you will get schematics for and unlock by getting fabrication units. When you get stem cells, this is the fabricator that will upgrade your melee, your stealth, health, and your dark matter gauge. So you all, like I said, start out at the first one, which is 100, and I've upgraded mine to the 5th one, which is 500% health. The stealth, I've just upgraded that one, it's at 200%, which is a little bit more helpful than, just being able to just crouch. And it takes enemies longer to be aware of your presence with your stealth up higher. Melee damage is exactly what it sounds like. The harvester has a melee ability instead of just harvesting stem cells when you're behind somebody. But at the beginning, it is very weak. When you increase your melee damage, melee weapons such as that, and other ones from other fabrication unit machines will increase based on this. And your dark matter, it's very, very important because it is for your super sense and for your teleportation. It used to not black out the screen, it used to just move your character forward. I don't know if an update happened, but it changed it. So, being able to teleport. In here, it won't use up your dark matter. You don't use your dark matter while you're in the recovery room. It's like a safe zone. So, when you go through this teleportation thing, it'll take you to deck 1. And when you go to deck 1, you'll be out in the open and you'll start to deplete your dark matter. But in the beginning, Serena, the onboard AI, will tell you to come through here, and that there's a door in here with your body behind it, and this harvester is on the table next to your body. So, those are fabrication units I just picked up, by the way. But anyway,
This door
yes.
leads to the flight deck.
But can you open it?
Maybe. But I don't want to try that until everything else is sorted. We still have to recharge the star drive before this ship can fly anywhere.
That is Serena. Anyway, so yeah, she'll tell you to go pick up your body in this, the harvester, and get the stem cells from your body so that you can be resurrected when you die. So when you die, you will start right back here. You'll start with however many points of stem cells, fab units, and Erebus tokens that you lost, or that you had when you lost your life. So, first mission is to calculate jump vectors. You need to go in and restore Iris, the onboard AI systems, so that you can make the singularity jump. So, that's your first mission. I will show you the map real fast. Okay, so when you come in, this map will be right here. And every time that you come through, when you start, doesn't matter where you are, this will all be in different areas. It'll never be the same. All of this will be jumbled up, except for this area. This area will relatively be the same when you get there, and that's the Iris control that you need to get to. It'll tell you to go to these terminals to unlock it, but it won't be working. You'll need to go to this terminal, which is in like a maze-like area, and all these little monsters are crawling around the ground really fast and come up and attack you. So, with that, you need to go through there, make Iris more functional, then you need to go to the star drive deck. But this game is very, very difficult. Because of the area changing every time you die or you turn the game off and on, it's just very confusing. There's no way to do a 100% walkthrough for this game, knowing where all the items are. So there is a way to do it, but you can't know where all of them are. So trying to do commentary for a thing like this would be very difficult. You basically just have to explore, and every time you go into an item or to an area, an item is not going to be the same as the last time you picked it up in that area. It'll have either more point value or less point values. It just depends. So with that, we are going to go over here. So use your spidey sense. Walk over here. Okay, he's facing our direction, it looks like. Or no, it's facing the other direction. Oh, no, our direction. So we wait for him to just... It doesn't look like he's gonna... Hey, buddy. Okay. So you can always use the teleporter when you're in line of sight to get out of line of sight. As long as you get out of their line of sight when you use the teleport. Just being you using it is not going to get you out of their line of sight unless it happens to be like behind them or something. So, Erebus tokens, there are formatters in these areas. Always want to be careful because those little sneaky guys that run around on the ground really fast, they're everywhere. Okay. In the beginning area, these fabrication chips that you pick up usually won't have a point value over 150. But if you get to a new area, they will, the second area or the third, they'll be a lot higher. Okay. First thing you want to get is the riot baton. Okay, the riot baton will do you justice. Oh, that was a good one. That was lucky. Okay, so always check these compartments, but be careful because some of them are explosive and they will kill you if you lose enough health. Okay. Alright. Alright, we can go in here to the DDS generator. Usually do, but, it's not always required. It depends on how far you get in the level. Ooh, oh shit, he saw me. Always be careful with these guys. Try to time your hits very carefully with that shield because it doesn't last very long once you press it. And if you just happen to press it at the wrong time, he will hit you. And they deal about anywhere from 15 to 25 damage per hit. So be careful. Ooh, and those will blow up. So be careful. When you see those things spark like that, do not hold your cursor on there for very much longer. Because they will go boom. Okay. So, these chairs right here, they usually always have items all around them. So just keep your eyes open. Because these are your upgrade materials and you need the blue fabrication chips to survive. The stem cells will, like I said in the beginning, upgrade your character. But you need fabrication units to do these. Okay, so in the beginning, when you start, none of these will be unlocked. When you pick up the weapons on the ground, they will not unlock on the machines either. You will just have them, and once they're gone, they're gone. You can buy them with the cost of the Erebus tokens, and this cost is 1 for the Valkyrie, and it is, it's a one-shot kill bolt action gun. You can find one of these in the second floor star deck when you do the star drive, and it is infinite. It is going to be very helpful because in that area you are going to get bombarded with enemies, and believe me, we're gonna make sure that it's easy to get through this. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and buy one. Very, very useful weapon, especially the infinite ammunition version. It's been modified apparently, is what they say. So, with that, we have to let the machine recharge. It's a pain in the ass, but whatever. Look at the map real quick. There's a firearm machine. There's a grenade, firearm, and experimental grenade, and what is it? The experimental fabrication machine. Those are going to be your 3 main ones. The melee one is not as important because it doesn't have very many useful weapons that last a very long time. The only one I think is very useful is the riot baton. Okay. And if you ever see these supply crates in these areas like this is a big room for just a supply crate. So I immediately knew that I was going to get ambushed by enemies. So be careful. There are 4 teleporters, 1 in each corner of the room. Once you get near this thing and try to open it, it will it'll lock and the enemies will start popping out in a few seconds. The best way to deal with them is with this machine, because you have a thing called the drone swarm grenade, and what it does is it'll shoot out 6 drones that will attack any enemies nearby. These guys are a pain in the ass. They have no eyes, but they can still attack you. They have like a 6th sense. Yeah, they have like a 6th sense. They can like sense you, and they'll start shooting you with these guns. Very useful. They always drop them every time. This is actually the next weapon that we were gonna get. And the weapons when they start are I think they start out at about 6 bullets, and when you upgrade them, you get like a few more bullets in each magazine. And the gun itself is 1 magazine, so when you buy it, you get 18, and it adds to the clip. So as soon as you get another gun, it'll just keep adding it to the same clip. It doesn't need to be reloaded, and I learned that the hard way the first time I played. When I got the gun and it said I had 6 bullets left on that weapon, I shot, and I tried to shoot, and I was pressing different buttons, and I just kept shooting, and I was like, oh, well, you don't need to reload because it doesn't reload. And yeah, don't do like I did. That's just a form of stupidity. Okay. This room we can explore. Yeah, we will explore and find more of the fabrication chips, because I need to show you the supply crate room. There are items in there that will help you progress through the game, and it's honestly an ordeal to get through it. Okay. This is another thing that you can find through the experimental fabrication unit, and it'll let you go invisible for a certain amount of time. When you upgrade it, it'll increase the duration of invisibility. Okay, always keep your eyes open. Always be looking for these little cupboard things everywhere. These little maintenance hatch things, these always usually have any items in them, and it's a good way to get away from the line of sight of enemies and move around rooms without them seeing you. Okay. Let's see, do I have enough? Okay, I think I have enough. I might. I'm hoping I do. Let's see. Okay, so gravity bombs and swarm droids. Swarm droids are very useful. Okay, so once you go in this room and try to get to that crate, see that red little button? When you get over there and try to open it, it'll open up and you will be greeted by enemies throughout the whole room. And that is not very good. See, there's a teleporter over there, teleporter over there, there's one right there, and there's one right there. So there's, like I said, there's one in each corner of the room, and it'll cause the door to lock, chest to lock, everything to lock up, and you will be fighting enemies until this big giant guy comes out, and he's the final dude you're gonna fight. Okay, Ivy Serum. This gadget is it's like a hypnotizing serum. It basically turns the enemies against their comrades. These, when you see those spark, that means they're gonna blow up. It's rigged to blow, so be careful with that. Show you a little trick when it comes to this room over here. So if you are smart and if you are careful and do this the right way, you go over here. Okay, now they're gonna start coming. I go invisible. Get the Valkyrie. Oh, not the Valkyrie. Where is it? There. Okay, make him your ally. You make him your ally, he will fight for you. Okay. They drop schematics all the time. Okay, be very careful with this last guy. Using droids will help. harvester is another good idea if you can distract them. The gravimetric hook will pick up enemies and drop them like with tremendous force. Oh! Epic, rare. Okay, those are great schematics. We found 4 schematics in this room alone. We found a common, an uncommon, a rare, and an epic. That is great. Okay. Now, real quick, we could go to the grenade thing again and pick up another drone thing, I think. No, we don't have enough now. It is a very useful weapon. Like you could see it distracts the enemy, and those guys are very, very hard hitters. So you have to be careful with them, and I will show you right now. Hold on. Get over here. Ooh, that's not the room I wanted to go in. Okay. Show you real quick. When you pick up schematics like that, you want to go back to recovery. Going back to recovery will definitely help you, because look, my stem cells, that's not enough to upgrade yet, but the schematic thing. Okay, so I picked up another suit. That's the final suit that I was missing. Plus 16% to armor protection and negative 4% shield recovery. So it takes away the time of shield recovery, and it adds to armor protection. That is pretty sweet. Okay, it's only 500. Well, I mean, we don't have the components to buy it. We got one for the harvester, which is a rare. Or is that an epic? Okay, this is a rare, I think. And, or was it? I'm confused. This must be the rare one. This is the uncommon one. This is the rare one. This one is pretty good. I like that. That's very good. It's very useful to have that if you want to increase your stem cell harvest rate, like how much you get from each harvest, and it also increases the rate which you can harvest an enemy. Instead of it taking so long, the rate at which it takes their stem cells will increase. Oh, here's the epic. Oh my goodness. Plus 866% hit points and plus 144% critical damage. So you're basically a tank. You can just smack dudes and they will just drop. That is very, very useful. This is what you start out with. This is what I'm at right now. Yeah, my hit points and critical damage is up there. This was the second one that I got, or the first one that I got. This was the second one, which is really sweet. That is amazing right there. So it looks like there's 2 more. It looks like there is probably a rare one, and then I want to say, it's because the green are common, the blue are uncommon, then the purple are rare, and then gold? Hey, what are the other colors? There's multiple green ones. I guess it could be common or uncommon. It depends on the game, really. Okay. Let's see. There are shortcuts to different decks of the ship, and I have not found one yet. For quite some time, I have not found it yet. But that's the basic gist of the game. We are going to stop it right here. I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll catch you later.